We are really grateful to the Commissioner of Elections for inviting us to Sri Lanka and to the Commonwealth Secretary General Kamalesh Sharma for constituting this election observation mission. Sri Lanka is a founding member of the modern Commonwealth and has a long-standing history of conducting elections, the most recent of which, January's presidential election, was also observed by a Commonwealth observer group. As independent observers, our mandate is to assess the pre-election period, activities on polling day, and the post-election period. We will consider whether there has been a level playing field for the contesting parties, whether voters were free to express their will, and whether the election can be said to have been credible, transparent, and peaceful. We will assess whether the elections were conducted in accordance with the democratic standards to which Sri Lanka has committed itself, including its own constitution and relevant national laws, as well as international commitments, including Commonwealth principles. Our role is not to supervise the election, but to observe the process as a whole and to form our own judgment. We act in our individual capacities. We do not represent the views of any member government or organization. We will observe the final hours of the campaign, the 48 hours before polling day, and then voting, counting, and result processes. Shortly after election day, we will issue an interim statement in which we will outline the preliminary observations. In making our observations known, our intent is to offer constructive support to further strengthen the electoral process. Where necessary, we will make recommendations to relevant authorities concerning institutional, procedural, and other matters, as would assist the holding of such elections in the future. Sri Lanka is well placed to hold a democratic election that enjoys the confidence of its people. As polling day approaches, we wish and we augur the electorate well and would like to encourage all eligible voters to exercise their franchise. On behalf of my group, I would say that we are cautiously optimistic that we are on the right track of a democratic process in this election, but our appeal is for all stakeholders to remain constantly vigilant, because this concerns the whole process, and will be in a position to say what our final observations would be when the final process, the whole electoral process, is over. But at this moment in time, we say that we are cautiously optimistic. All parties, they seem to be in agreement that this election is running in the right direction. That doesn't mean, and we have taken note, and we note with concern also certain violations of the electoral law, but that in itself, till now, comparisons are always made with the previous January 15th election. And the general overview, the general attitude is, the feeling, the overview, the feeling all around is that this is a cleaner election. We are quite happy that Sri Lanka has gone a long way and is very well placed now to hold a democratic election that enjoys the support, the confidence of the people. On that, we base also our value judgment.